It is 7:03 on a Thursday, August the 29th, 2024. Right now, 77 degrees, going up to the low 90s. And good morning to you. I'm Mike Murillo.
And I'm Kyle Cooper. The top local stories we're following for you this hour on WTOP. There's new information this morning on a D.C. police officer who died in the line of duty. Officer Wayne David tried to recover a weapon that a suspect threw away when it accidentally fired. WTOP's Grace Newton begins our team coverage.
Wayne was a member of the Metropolitan Police Department for over 25 years.
Executive Assistant Chief Jeff Carroll says Wayne has recovered hundreds of guns across the city. DC's police union confirms he was shot in the head as he attempted to remove a gun from a storm drain that had been discarded by a suspect Wayne was chasing.
He's a resident here of the District of Columbia. Our hearts go out to him, his family.
In a statement, DC Mayor Murillo says the impact of guns on our community is unbearable. Grace Newton, WTOP News.
WTOP's Dick Giuliano was at the scene and has more on what happened.
A specialized D.C. police unit was in this neighborhood just off to the west of D.C. 295. This violent suppression unit officer began to approach what police say was a suspicious vehicle. An individual from that vehicle got out, apparently dropped a gun into a storm drain on D.C. 295. The suspect, who police say dropped off the gun, made good his escape on the back of a motorcycle. However, the officer going to get the gun was struck by the gunfire when the gun went off.
Now, you can see a photo of the person police are looking for at WTOP.com. The southbound lanes of 295 were shut down in D.C. for several hours. Those have since reopened.
Lots of us will be spending some time at the airport over the next couple of days, either heading out or welcoming guests in for the long Labor Day weekend. WTOP's Neil Augenstein is at Dulles International Airport this morning checking things out.
Passengers here this morning at Dulles Airport are rolling up to ticket kiosks to pick up their tickets, and they're dropping off their checked baggage before heading to the departure gates. Some airlines expect this will be their busiest Labor Day weekend ever. The TSA says that air travel is up more than 8% over last year. They expect the busiest day screening passengers will be tomorrow. Those with international destinations are alerting that it's costing more to travel there this year. AAA says it's 11% more expensive to travel internationally this year than last. 8 of the top destinations are in Europe. At Dulles Airport, Neil Augenstein, WTOP News.
Kyle, you hitting the roadways this weekend?
I'll be here.
Probably a good idea. Labor Day weekend, of course, you won't be alone if you're on the roads this weekend. WTOP Steve Dresner has some tips for those of you who are making a trip this weekend and how to make it a smooth one.
We're really flocking to the beach for Memorial Day, July 4th, and I expect no different than Labor Day.
That's Charlie Kishler of the Maryland State Highway Administration, who reminds us it's another holiday getaway, and that means extreme highway volume. Leaving early and staying late is the suggested plan, especially if you're heading to the shore points. Kishler reminds us to make sure your vehicle is good with all necessary fluids and check that tire pressure.
We're expecting a lot of people to do that last hurrah getaway for the summer season.
Steve Dresner, WTOP News.
Oh, here's some good news. It's not going to be as hot today as it was yesterday. 101 yesterday at one point. Record-breaking heat. Wednesday, the 6th day over 100 degrees this year. And at one point in the afternoon in the district, it did hit 101. That tied for the second highest temperature in D.C. this late summer in the summer season. The last time that it happened was September 2nd, all the way back to 1980. Wow. Wednesday was also the 47th day which D.C. reached at least 90 degrees, which is 7 days more than the yearly average.
I judge by my dog who went down one step, turned around, and went back inside. I was like, thank you, dog.
Wow.
It is 7:07. And coming up on WTOP.
Do you brag about your mortgage rate? I'm Jeff Claybaugh.
More news in 30 seconds, traffic and weather as well.